Welcome, episode 41, Boot to the Face Radio. I am Chris Rucker, along with my host, Marty Vasquez. And before we get all of the other stuff going, let's get the bullshit out of the way. Follow us, Twitter, at Boot to the Face with number 2, Instagram, at Boot to the Face _ Find us on Facebook, and go to ProWrestlingTees.com/Boot to the Face to find all your B2TF merchandise, all 2 of them. Marty, how's it going?
It's gone pretty well. Can't complain. Early morning. Had a good night last night. Today's SummerSlam, biggest party of the summer. I got my warm cup of coffee, which is the complete opposite from what I'm usually drinking while we record. But after the last episode, I think this is a good substitute.
I'm drinking. I'm prepping for one because we'll be recording at this time, which is, it'll come out at a later time. But right now it's noon my time, 9 a.m. Marty's time, and we're going to be recording before football starts. And usually during football season, about this time, I start pre-gaming for the Cowboys game. No matter what time it comes on, usually about noon, I'm at least 1 or 2 shots in. So I'm practicing, trying a new little recipe right here.
Practice?
Crown Royal.
Talking practice?
Yeah, I got Crown Royal, and I have Peaks Diet Sweet Tea, which is fantastic.
I'm not gonna lie, Peaks Diet Sweet Tea is freaking amazing. Because you know my concoction. I drink my Honey Jack, and I drink my Sweet Tea. And it's either Pure Leaf or Peaks. Peaks is my go-to. But I started drinking the Diet Sweet Tea from them, and it's amazing. I love it. It's fantastic.
Well, see, I was going through the refrigerator. I was like, man, it's too early to be drinking a Coke Zero. And I saw the Peak sitting there, and I thought of you. I was like, oh, shit. Marty always tells me he drinks Jack Honey whiskey and sweet tea. So let me try this. And to be honest with you, it's not bad. And speaking of...
I will say, stay away from this. The super sweet tea or whatever it is from them.
Yeah.
That shit is ridiculous.
Oh, the wife's got me on that keto shit now because we gained so much weight over the past couple months, so I can't do any of that. Like everything's got to be damn near 0 carbs or whatever.
Yeah,
but
that's why you want how you take care of that. Stop drinking that Coke Zero shit, man. No more pop. Come on, man.
There's no carbs in Coke Zero, but hey,
it's nasty shit.
I'll do the Diet Sweet Tea and Crown because it's pretty fucking good. Only problem is Peak Sweet Tea is way more expensive than fucking Coke Zero. So
it is absolutely. That's why I buy the big jug, and I get my bottle. And I'm not gonna lie, like if I sit there one night, either the bottle of Jack or the bottle of tea's gone. Whichever one goes first, that's when I know the night's over. Yeah. Because I mix those two, and you don't even know that it's even in there. Next thing you know, it's gone. We went to a concert a couple weeks ago, and that's what we were drinking then too. And it's like, oh shit! All right, hit you when you don't expect it.
Speaking of whiskey, shout out to old Peteopolis. Hit us up last night. He was at a Jim Beam. What was that? A brewery or just like a bar type thing?
I thought it was like a restaurant bar.
Oh, Pete hit us up. He was at a Jim Beam place last night in Chicago. Said it reminded him of Boot to the Face. So if we're not giving you good wrestling content, which we are, we're at least keeping y'all drunk out there. So when you get drunk and you drink whiskey and or bourbon or any dark liquor, you think of Boot to the Face because that's what we do here. SummerSlam weekend,
what's
Marty.
The saying? You either make somebody happy, you make someone mad, but either way, you're going to make them drink.
Oh, yeah. Drinking's always it's my vice. But SummerSlam weekend, last night we had NXT. We didn't do any picks yet. We had a couple scheduling issues. We were supposed to go head-to-head with Talkamania, but they got some stuff going on. So
Den's out partying in Toronto right now, so he doesn't even care.
Yeah, we're hoping everything is all right with J-Bomb. We're thinking about y'all and the family. So we didn't do that. So we didn't make any picks. Last night, I unofficially put in Boot to the Face picks versus like Irish Whip was in there, Smart to Death was in there. There's a bunch of people just tweeting their picks back and forth. And I have to say, Marty,
so an easy win.
You would be proud of me.
Oh yeah.
I kicked it. We didn't take official scoreboards. Or anything.
You're talking about for NXT.
Yeah, for NXT.
Oh, good thing you picked it because when my picks that I put in, I only got like 3 right. So
there was only 5 matches, so 3 out of 5 ain't bad.
I
But
guess that's
everybody picked the Undisputed Era to sweep, and I made my picks,
I'm
and
one of them. I'm not gonna lie.
I picked the Street Profits, and everybody's hitting me up like the Street Profits. I'm like, yeah, they want the smoke, and they brought the fucking smoke.
Here's the thing with Street Profits. Like, I honestly, I wanted them to win. My thoughts going into there was I wanted them to win, but they've been on the main roster every freaking week. So it's like, why are you gonna keep having them on the main roster? Why don't you just put them on the main roster? So my thoughts were like they were gonna finally get the belt off them to put them on the main roster, insert them into the championship picture there. Considering that everyone else they're trying to bring up just isn't working, and they need some new blood because while some other people have some higher content in their blood, so they can't really be around too much. But and I was also thinking that they were going to go the Undisputed Era route, you know, have 3 brands and 3 factions basically running all 3 brands with UE, the New Day, and the club, you know, and all 3 factions having all the titles. So I kind of thought that was the route they were going to go. I wanted Street Profits to win, but I honestly thought that this was going to be the opportunity to get them back on the main roster full time.
You know what your problem is with your picks?
What's
You're
that?
doing like most marks are doing. You're reading too much into stuff, man. So what? They've been on the main roster. They are the best tag team going as
That's
far
my
as
point.
entertainment and in ring and
That's why
NXT.
they need to be in the. That's why they need to be on the main roster in that main title picture for a.
They need to stay in NXT, get more eyes on NXT, which is the point of putting their entertaining asses on Raw every week. You think, oh shit, the Street Profits, man, they're funny. Oh yeah, they're NXT tag champs. That's why they always got the belt. So you're more liable to go back, watch NXT, see the Street Profits. But speaking of the Street Profits, Montez Ford, and deservingly so, gets all the credit for how good he is in the ring. And everybody overlooks my boy Dawkins. And that motherfucker, he shined last night. I'm talking, he did a couple moves where he just picked up one half of the Undisputed Era and just like tossed him across the ring into the other guy. I mean, that boy is, when he gets going, he's like a damn freight train.
Yeah, I thought that was a great match to start the card off. It actually to be. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best match of the night, but it was a fantastic match. It really I put it on, and I'm like, all right, we'll see what happens. You know, it's Takeover, so I'll watch. Wasn't really too thrilled about the card. There's some things on it that I was like, whatever. But that first match between them and Undisputed Era really got me into it, and I was ready to watch the rest of the card. It was a great starting match.
It was. And to go back to what we were talking about, I got 4 out of 5 right. The only one I got wrong was Shayna. And I've picked against Shayna ever since Evolution last year. And eventually I'm going to learn. And when I finally pick her, the motherfucker's going to lose. So I got 4 out of 5 right. Everybody else picked Undisputed Era to sweep. I got Cole right, which was a great match. We'll talk about that in a second.
Yeah. As far as I picked Shayna too, I picked her to win, but I didn't like Mia Yim. I didn't realize she was a hometown girl. She's from out here. She's from like 20 minutes from where I live. I didn't know she was from out here. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, she's from the hood of Fontana, California, because they got hoods in Fontana.
Oh,
fuck out of here.
They
got NASCAR racing in Fontana. Ain't no fucking hood out there.
Fontana. So,
might be some meth heads.
I can't. I'm not gonna say too much about Fontana because never mind.
Well, you hold your tongue on that, and we'll go to the next match, which was okay. You know I'm a Becky guy. I love Tessa Blanchard. Like those are my Mickey James. Those are my Sasha Banks. Like I love women's wrestling, and I have my core group of people that I follow. Like I said, Becky, Mickey, Tessa Blanchard, and Sasha. Io Shirai has surpassed all of them since, and Toni Storm's on my list too, since Evolution last year. That was really the Mae Young was the first hit I got of her, and ever since then, man, it's just something about her. Like Io is what Asuka wishes she was in NXT. Asuka was a badass in NXT. I should say in WWE. Io translates to the main roster. Asuka didn't.
Absolutely, and I've been a fan of Io from day one. I've always liked her. This turn that she has had to give her like the edge she's got right now and be like the heel, so to speak, is perfect for her. I think it's like fantastic, especially when they have her going up against Candice. But I've always enjoyed her matches, but last night I really enjoyed her match and her character and what she's become. But like you said, she's absolutely one that carries over and translates better on screen to the universe than Asuka. And I know there's a lot of fans out there who love Asuka. I'm not that sold on her.
Yes.
You know, they want to rain on his parade. He's had a big weekend. He got to meet her this weekend. I'm not gonna take it away from the guy.
WrestleMania too. He's met her twice.
That's
now.
true.
He looked a little stalkerish yesterday though. Using Google Translate and shit when he meets her, Konnichiwa and all that shit.
But yeah, like Asuka just doesn't do it for me. I get she's a great wrestler, but I don't think she's. I don't know. I think she's. I don't want to say overrated, but I think she gets more attention than she deserves. But as far as like, she just doesn't come off on the mic. Obviously, there's a reason why they have her with Paige. But
who can't speak a lick of fucking English either.
Yeah. So
what? She's looking very old school Paige.
Transylvania. Oh, never mind. I apologize.
You don't like that look? I married an Irish woman, so I'm into the pale.
I like a little tan. I don't know. I like some tan. I don't know.
We're way off track, Marty. Quit being so horny. It's too early in the morning for that. Marty just almost spit his coffee at his Green Bay Packers mug because it's football season, in case y'all didn't hear us talk about it earlier. I'm sorry, sir. Go ahead.
I don't recall what I was going to go with, but let's just go on to the next subject.
Well, Io Shirai and Candice LeRae was a really good match. I'm not a Candice guy, but that was probably the best match I've seen her do since she's been on NXT.
And to go with that, I thought that was a good match also. I think personally, unfortunately, because it was Candice, it held it back from being a great match. If it had been somebody who was a little bit more experienced, a little bit better off in the ring, I think it would have been a top tier match that we'd be talking about, a long time from now. But she did for what she did. She did have a solid match with Io yesterday.
Let me bring up two small points before we move on. One, I tell you all the time, I love the little things in wrestling. Candice kicked out of the moonsault and Io snapped and she put her in that submission move. And instead of Candice tapping, Io grabbed her hand and stopped her from tapping out and made her pass out. Like, if you didn't catch that, you didn't catch it. But if you caught it, you thought, oh shit, like this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
And the other thing was Io's attire last night. I saw a lot of people saying it was a little Becky Lynch-ish with the black and yellow trim. So I'm wondering, is Becky gonna have new gear coming? Because I like the gear Becky was wearing last year around this time when she was doing SummerSlam and Royal Rumble and all that, the little one piece she had. I thought that was dope. This fucking Kill Bill stuff, I'm not feeling at all. But that's.
I wanted to go back to the steampunk. I can't stand.
I didn't like the steampunk.
I love the steampunk, man. I don't like the one piece, and right, the Kill Bill thing is still kind of like well, okay, but the steampunk, that's what made me fall in love with that woman, man. Like, give me the steampunk back.
Go in between the steampunk and the Kill Bill. I'm telling you, go watch the first women's Royal Rumble or last year's SummerSlam or this year's Royal Rumble. The outfit she had on then, that's that good shit there. And that's all I'm gonna say about that because I like being married.
Talking about me being 21, you're over there talking about Becky and Trim and shit.
Hey, chill out. Velveteen Dream versus Roderick Strong versus Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight. And I tweeted it last night from Boot to the Face that I think Roderick Strong is one of those talents that is just so fucking good, but there's something about him that's not going to get him the world title, but he'll always be in the main event to have great matches with somebody. And he's a good looking motherfucker, so he'll always have a place in wrestling. But he's just so good. Like, just so good.
Yeah, that's kind of what irritated me about the fact that Pete Dunne got inserted into this match and made it a triple threat match. I was looking forward to it being one-on-one Dream versus Strong because I think that would have been a fantastic match. It was a good match. Unfortunately for me, I don't know.